Just give me a second. Jamal is not my only child. I also had a daughter.
And she didn't tell him till last year? Yeah, we need to talk. This episode went from drama to petty to something way deeper. And what happened at the end, I promise you, I did not see coming. So, hey, y'all, welcome back to Side Eye with Jay. So, let's get into this intro. The first thing we have is the cutscene of Jasmine and Gino.
I was like living in hell. After everything that...
And let me just tell y'all, I am so glad that they are off the show, or Jasmine is off this show, as far as the single life. Okay, she'll probably be back in some capacity or one way or another, but I'm glad that we don't have to see Gino get abused. Gino gets abused by Jasmine. And Jasmine is so freaking animated.
In your path, I should be on my knees. Thank you. You brought me to America. Oh my gosh, should I kiss your face?
I'm just so glad to not see them this season together. Okay. And also I just love that Gino is back on the market. Okay. He's back on the market. He said he's looking for some beautiful young single ladies.
Want some young, beautiful single ladies, baby. Woo!
So if there's any watching this right now, go ahead and hit up my boy Gino and see what he's talking about, right? Also, I love that Kim is living her best life. Kim is out there hooking up. She's hooking up. She's with whoever she want to be with, and I love that for her. She's great. So, Pedro had to find his way back on the show some way, somehow. And I guess Sophie is the vessel, right? Sophie is the vessel for Pedro to get back on the show after his disruptive relationship with Chantel. So we see her back. We fast forward a little bit. We see that Sophie's getting into it with his sister. And I'm just going to say it right now. We all know how Pedro's family is. We know he protects his family at all costs. They never do anything wrong. It's just not going to work. I mean, she's going to get exactly what Chantel got. Exactly what she got. Okay. So y'all, next we see Vanja.
Ready for love.
Who is this with Vanja? Who is this? He's no looker. I'm just going to say he's no looker. But maybe his personality is given. I don't know. At least I hope so, right?
Some came in the mail today.
Yeah, I did.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
So let's get to the next part. So y'all, we jump into the scene with them at the pool, right? They're chatting it up, having a good time, getting drinks, talking to tea, all that type of stuff. First thing my eyes go to, did Sophie have some type of work done? Her body banging, though. She banging. Her body banging, but dang. I'm like, geez, that was a little switch up on me. So maybe, I don't know if it's the Botox, the BBL, or what exactly is going on there. But she looked good, okay? So then they get to talking about Pedro, and Sophie's talking about, oh, he's giving me these gifts and he just does everything perfect. I have flowers at my door. Girl, let's be for real. Did you not watch Chantel and Pedro? Did you not watch the show? Did you not know what it's giving? Okay. So then we find out that he buys her this $2,000 necklace. Okay. $2,000 necklace. Now, I'm not saying somebody can't buy a $2,000 necklace for their girlfriend or love interest or whatever. But yeah, I'm saying you might want to go get that tested. I don't know if it's actually $2,000. And how she know it's $2,000? If he told her it was $2,000, it ain't $2,000 worth of a necklace. I can tell you that much. Okay. So then we move into the segment with Kim and her new love interest, right? So they're apparently laser tagging or whatever. When they first turned on the scene, I thought it was some type of police commercial. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I thought somebody was about to go in the army or something. I don't know. But anyway, we find out that she's dating around. She got her new love interest. They're on a date, playing laser tag, and all that. Then we find out that Kim used to be a sharpshooter in the military, child. A sharpshooter. I never could see it. I don't see it. But apparently she did. But that's good for her. Kudos for her. We love that. We love that for Kim, okay? Y'all, let me just say, I'm surprised Jamal didn't pop out somewhere where there was laser tagging, quite honestly. I really am. You know, Jamal is always around. He's always around his mama. We love that for him, right? But then we see the clip of Usman, right? Usman, they kind of play back that clip of Usman and Kambali. Child, we knew that man wasn't scary when we first seen him. I knew he wasn't scary when I first seen him. We knew Usman wasn't scary, but she just didn't know. She was totally oblivious to it. Child, even her son Jamal knows Jamal knew that, right? Then it reveals that her man Javier, the man she's on a date with, he has two women roommates. Not only that, one of them happens to be his ex that he broke up with, or she broke up with him. Okay. And we find out that the reason she broke up with him is because he cheated on her. And I'm sorry. Now, I done been on a few dates and I done did a lot of things in my life. But one thing I ain't never did is on the first, second, third, whatever day, I ain't told the person that I'm dating that I have cheated on my girlfriend, okay, and that I still live with them currently. I ain't never did that. It blows my mind. Like, what are you thinking? You're ruining all your chances right then and there. So then we got Jamal, we got the clip, Jamal going in his mama's house and getting some groceries. He going to the grocery store, basically. He going to Kim's Groceries Express. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was in college, I used to go over to my parents' house and collect some things and take them back. But this man is 30-something years old, and you go in your mama's house getting a whole can of Coke, a whole package of Coke, and a bag full of groceries? What? And then you telling your mama what she should and should not do. She is a grown woman. Stay in a child's place. Okay? Stay in a child's place, Jamal. But then we find out something a little bit later that I was like, oh, maybe that's what they was talking about. Then we hop on with Gino. Gino apparently signed up for this dating, thingamabob trying to find him a new woman. Okay, he's trying to find him a new woman. I don't blame Gino. Gino need him somebody to cuddle up with at night, right? But good Lord. He goes in there and my guy still has these shorts. He got the shorts and he has the ball cap on. I don't want a ball cap, right? Because I got one. But he goes in with the shorts and he got his little tall socks on. And my boy needs some fashion skills. He needs some fashion skills. So Gino, you watching this? Hit me up. I can get you dressed down for the ladies now. I can get you dressed up and dressed down, my guy. All right. Anyway. So then the host introduces him to these two ladies. Now, when they first seen him, they was giving like, who is this, honey? I mean, like, who is this? So they basically just go, they play some little games, blah, 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 blah. He kicks the kickball, all this type of stuff. Then they go right into, to me, clowning my boy, making fun of my boy. Like, and Gino just didn't peep any of that. He did not peep any of that. Like, his skills with the ladies and just like social awareness is just, come on now. These women were making fun of you. Like, no. Like, I couldn't believe. I felt sorry. I always feel sorry for Gino. I really do. I feel sorry for my man. Okay. So then we have Gino just doing his awkward things. Okay. They're talking about, so what do you like to do and all this type of stuff. Just having a little normal conversation that you have when you talk to folks, right? Gino goes into, they ask, why are you divorced or what happened, whatever that case was. But this man goes to tell them that, well, what happened was one day my wife slept with another man and had a baby. This is not information that you tell people at all, let alone on the first time you meet somebody. You do not tell them that, okay? Like, this is a singles meetup. They're not trying to hear about you still being married with your wife. Y'all separated. She had a baby on you. That is not something that you share. You slightly and you quietly just stayed above that. Oh, we're not together right now. We're just not together. It didn't work out. Simple, straight to the cut. Don't straight to the chase. Just don't go all into detail. Now, Gino, you say that for if it turns out to be something. You know what I mean? Like, you are oversharing. Gino, you're oversharing. Stop oversharing. They don't even know all that. Okay? And then we talk about like that they have like, she was like, she has the whole package, the full package. Child. The full package. Child, we know what we talking about. We know what we talking about, right? All right, so then we see Kim. Okay, Kim and her friends, and I like her girlfriends. They cool. They dope. They down to earth, right? So they take Kim to a picture friend. I ain't never heard of a picture friend, but it sounds like something interesting. Okay, it didn't sound something that I would do, but it sounds like something that's interesting. Good for Kim. 50 and older crowd, right? Nothing wrong with that. So, let me just add, if any of my friends will do this, we're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna tell you, don't take me to no dang on pitch a friend. You don't need to pitch me, I pitch myself. You feel me? So they chatting it up at the table and blah 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 blah, blase at the table, right? Then we hear that Kim got her a little booty call. Okay. Kim got her a booty call. Go ahead, girl. Live your life. Get it how you live. I like it. I like that. But I'm loving Kim. Get it how you live. Get your life. We love that for you. Okay. You deserve it, girl. Right. So then we get to Pedro's scene, right? He says, Pedro is back, baby. Okay. So now don't get me wrong, Pedro's a good looking man. Okay, he's a good looking man. He's back on the show. He's happy about it. He's meeting Sophie, blah blah blah, blase. Okay. And I really think it's cute that the way he's setting up that van. He set up the van real cute for Sophie and the girls. Seems like he put a lot of time, effort in it. So I can respect that for sure. So then we get into him describing Sophie, right? She got the lips, the waist, the booty, the full package, everything. Okay. I love that. I love that for him. Like, he actually enjoys her as a woman and not just like, maybe he's not just trying to get back on the show, but I think it's something to do with that, but we're going to get back to that. Right. So, and I respect that he really kind of they played back Chantel and their relationship, and he was like, "Yeah, I learned a lot from the relationship and all this type of stuff." And I just hope it's real. I hope it proves to be true moving forward with Sophie. I really do. But looking at some of the upcoming scenes and like that, I don't know if that's the case. I really don't. Okay. Now we get to the scene where he is talking to little Poppy. Little Poppy. Now, now I was looking at that. I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, no, yeah, have I done that? Yeah, I definitely. I think every man that done that once or twice or 10 times. I mean, that's just something that you do. Okay, but to get prepared, you gotta have a little one-on-one meeting. You know what I mean? A little one-on-one meeting. So anyway, then we get to Gino heading to the grocery store, right? Gino's in the grocery store. He's talking to the grocery lady. He getting some meat. That whole conversation was just awkward with the meat lady. That was just an awkward ass conversation. That conversation was awkward as ever. I'm like, child, they belong together. Maybe them two should be together. They both awkward. They both awkward. You know what I mean? Just get her number, Gino. Chat it up later, but I don't think that she's his type, judging by his type, right? But I do know how it feels to get out of a relationship and just everything, a bad relationship, and everything is just like free. You feel free. You feel like I can do this, I can do that. This is just great. This going to the grocery store is just awesome. Going out for a walk, just awesome. Not have to worry about stress and all that type of stuff. So I feel that. I feel that, Gino. I really do. And then we get to Gino talking about him getting his DMs blown up on social media. Okay. And I'm just trying to figure out who's blowing up his DMs. If y'all are watching the video, get down in them comments and tell me I done blew up Gino's DMs for me. I want to know. And then we get to like Gino, he's on the dating sites and stuff like that. And I just want to know which one of y'all or who would swipe left if y'all was like left or right? Y'all let me know down in the comments. Would y'all swipe left or right on Gino? Left or right, right? So then we get to Sophie arrives with Liz and Julia. And let me just point this out first, real quick. I absolutely love Julia. I've always loved Julia. Julia is just awesome. Like, maybe not so much with her relationship with Brandon. They kind of a little iffy. I don't really think she fucks him that much. Maybe she does. I don't know. We'll have to see on this season coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But anyway, back to Julia. Julia is really an amazing person. Like, I really like her down to earth spirit. Like, she seemed like a really cool girl. I could probably go out and go party with. Like, like she's dope. Like she's a girl's girl, and I really just I vibe with her, right? I really vibe with her. So then we get to a little quick scene of Liz, right? Liz done lost a lot of weight. She's looking good. She looks happier. She done dropped that dead weight of a man, Big Ed. Like, God, no. Why was she with Big Ed to begin with? Like, let's think about that. Why was she with? Maybe she really I don't know. She had to really love him to be with that man. That man is just trash. He's a trash man. But anyway, that's not this show. Let's stay on topic. Let me try to stay on topic today. So anyway, we get to Pedro. He's really into doing things and all that type of stuff. And I really feel like that. I really hope that Pedro is not trying to like buy Sophie's love, because Sophie is kind of feeling like he's like doing too much. And I have to agree, he's doing a whole lot for them to have just met like that. That's a whole lot. Like, that can like scare people off sometimes. Like, it's too much. Like, it's too much so early. Like, so I feel like that he does need to tone it back. And I hope he does tone it back, moving forward in the episode 2. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. We will be reviewing that episode 2. Stay tuned. But anyway, get back to the story. Sophie, Julia, and Liz finally arrive, right, to the DR. They get in the tricked out van, very cute, all that type of stuff. living for the vibes, right? They get to the meeting, the place they're meeting Pedro at, which is a nightclub or a bar, whatever you want to call it. Child, that first initial hug with Pedro and Sophie, that was whack. Absolutely freaking whack. That was whack. Like, if I went to meet a woman and she hugged me like that after we ain't seen each other in months, I would be, oh, she ain't feeling me. That's instantly what I would have thought. She's not feeling me. There's no way. Like, she hugged him like a best friend, a real quick look. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, like, no, she got to come better than that. She got to come better than that. And maybe she's shy and nervous and stuff like that, and I can get that, but, you know, I don't know. Then they go upstairs to the club, right? They meet Pedro and his friends and all that stuff. And that whole energy was awkward as I don't know what. That was so freaking awkward. Like, they just sitting there staring at each other like, who's going to say something? Who's going to say something? Like, that's weird. And I don't like awkward energy. So I'm instantly be like, hey, so how was your night? How are you doing? Like I'm gonna break the awkwardness. I can't stand that awkward energies type stuff. Like, that's just weird. That's weird to me. That's very weird to me. So Sophie's like, okay, well, we're gonna go to the bathroom. And I mean, me having a lot of girl best friends and girlfriends, I understand that means like we got to get the hell out of here. Sophie's thinking like Pedro is doing way too much right now. Like, he thinks that I'm his girl. Like, duh, he thinks you're his girl. That's why he's doing all that stuff for you, or else he would not be. Duh. Like, y'all should have set those lines very early on. Like, hey, we're just, seeing each other. We're just, talking right now. We're not dating. Like, set those expectations ahead of time so you don't have really these type of problems. Maybe he would have toned his stuff down, right? So anyway, they come out of the bathroom. So everyone's dancing. Let me just say, Sophie is looking stiff as hell. Like, she's looking stiff. Like, she's like, why are you looking like that, right? So then we go to Liz and Vera, right? So they're, talking and chit-chatting and flirting and talking about kids and all stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, Liz, go ahead and get it, girl. Get you a DR hookup. We love that for you, girl. Go ahead. So then we get cut to the scene where Sophie and Pedro are talking, right? So they're talking. So Sophie asks Pedro, is Vera a hoe? I'm like, I feel you, girl. Go ahead. I would ask the same thing. I'm like, let me get all the tea from my friends. I might not say nothing right now, but I'm definitely gonna. If y'all decide to take it further, I'm definitely gonna be like, well, just so you know, blah 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 blah, X, Y, and Z is going on. Be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? So I respect that for her, right? So then we have Pedro as Sophie if she's still married, and of course, Sophie is still married. She's just now getting divorced from Rob. But at the same time, I mean, they also just start seeing each other here recently, so you shouldn't be expecting her to be getting no divorce. Like, right? I mean, that shouldn't, y'all still dating, so, or y'all ain't even dating right now, according to Sophie. So y'all just need to just chill out. But that's why I said get those expectations set earlier, because he obviously thinks they're dating. I mean, in my opinion, he thinks they're dating, right? Because if he wasn't thinking they're dating, to me, you have no right to ask somebody what they're doing and hooking up. Like, that's not none of your business right now. That's none of your business. Like, we're not a couple right now. So, and then we get into, they start talking further and they start saying, or she says, Rob called her early in the morning. She's answering the calls. She had them blocked. I was like, why are you answering the phone calls? Why are you answering blocked phone calls anyway? Or unknown phone calls? It's crazy. But if you have him blocked, it means you don't want to talk to him. That means as soon as I would have heard his voice, click up, hang up. gone. Like we're not about to be doing this round and round thing. Like once you break up with somebody, I feel like if you really love somebody, sometimes you have to just cut them off completely. There should be no communication, no if and none whatsoever, because you got to move on. You got to move on. Or you're gonna stay in that constant loop. So I feel like that's kind of what she was in. They hooking up every night. Like you have to just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right. So y'all, we finally get to the scene with Kim and Jamal, right? So anyway, Kim gets home, right? And she calls Jamal over for a little help with her dress, putting her dresser together. And child, she tells Jamal that she went to the hotel with B. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not telling my child I went to no hotel with no man. Child, it's like you can be like, yeah, I went to the hotel to hang out with a friend. Like, I mean, not even say that. It's like I don't want to hear all that. That's no. I don't want to hear all that. Like, you gotta cut that out. Like, okay, you came home late. Let the imagination wander. I mean, like, we know what happened. Like, come on now. Let's just ease up on the brain, for a little bit. But anyway, um, then we find out that things have been tense between her and Jamal, right? They've been tense. They've been he's been hanging up when certain conversations are brought up. She's been and we found out that Kim has been hiding things from him, right? So I'm like, what? To my mom, like, what has she been hiding from him? What? I mean, like, what? What is it? Like, what has she been hiding from him? So then we hear the name Larry coming up. Larry, she says, Larry is coming out to see me. Larry? Who is Larry? Who this? That's the same thing I say. That's the same thing I say. Who is Larry? So anyway, Jamal says you hid him for so long. Hid who? Who are you talking about? Hid who? So I'm like, what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now. And then we cut to the scene where Kim is like, Jamal is not my only child. What? He's not your only child. So we find out that Kim put a child up for adoption. Larry put him up for adoption. Turns out that his dad wanted her to give him up, right? So wanted him to have an abortion. So I was like, wow. That took me a minute to actually digest that Kim had a whole nother son, right? And turns out that she didn't tell Jamal until just last year. So of course he's mad. Of course he's steaming. Like, yeah, he's going to be upset about that. But let me just say this, right? Kim should have told Jamal, okay? She should have told Jamal. But at the same time, you have to cut her a little bit of slack, I feel like, because you got to put yourself in her shoes. I'm sure she didn't know how to tell her son such big news like that. Like, you have a brother out here. You have a brother. So, I mean, I feel like he should cut her just a little bit of slack. She seemed like she's taking accountability and things like that. So I feel like that he needs to kind of chill out. And I know he's upset. And I feel like everybody has a right to be upset about anything. So, I mean, but I do feel like that he needs to cut her a little slack later on. Once he gets over it and digests the information, cut her a little bit of slack. Okay. Then they showed the picture of Larry and Kim together. And let me just say, that is literally her face. Like she said, that's literally her face on that man. Like he looks just like her. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna talk to Larry about the other one. The other what? The other dog, a cat, the food? Like, other what? She says the daughter. She has a daughter that she also gave up for adoption. A daughter that she had for what? Are you kidding me? She's got so many skeletons in her god darn closet. Like, what a whole daughter and son that she's never said anything about is crazy to me. Like, that is freaking epic, okay? That was a heck of a way to end the show. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That was a heck of a way to end this episode. A son and a daughter. Can you imagine what next episode is gonna look like? Okay. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of the episode. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all seen the scenes from next episode. Y'all see the mess, the drama, and the good stuff to talk about that we're gonna have to tune in here to talk about. So y'all stay tuned when I drop that next tell all the episode 2. I will be dropping it next week, so stay tuned for that because we have a lot to talk about. Okay. So this is my side eye on this episode. The question I have is, are we growing or are we being petty? So drop your thoughts below, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. This is Side Eye with Jay, and thank you for watching.